Welcome back to Championship Sunday.
Hello and welcome.
Riva hits a deadly low reverse, defended by Wu, who's going to swing with her right hand.
Wow.
A soft touch from Plett. That's a double. Oh my gosh, that may be the best rally we've seen.
This is just sportsmanship.
Can't look at him, I'm going to cry.
You know, sensei to student relationship.
Nice up from Rahul, and Nickel sets him, and it's a good pull. Everton with a set. We've an area lefty on two!
We're back, and it is Game 3 of the final. Jonah Zwillinger, Ben Dantowitz here to close out the day for you. It is Ravi Kandula and Ryan Gross, who won the first game, but couldn't snake out the second against Max Modell and Gabe Finocchi, who were able to take that second game with a beautiful ace to close it out. Heading into Game 3, it is all tied up.
Yeah. Finocchi Modell feeling really good. A great recovery set to open things up in Game 3, continuing where they left off in Game 2.
Yeah, already one serve on and a quick 1-2-3. Finocchi, he was heating up at the end of that last game. It all started out. It was the story of Ryan Gross. It was him with his 8 breaks, 6 to 8 breaks, something ridiculous. And it was Finocchi who really changed the game by breaking it in his own right on the other side. This time it could be that again as he perfectly sets up Max Modell to put it away. The serve from Finocchi, some good defense, and they get another point.
Yeah, a pretty weak set from Kandula, a little bit off net, and it forces Gross to go with his weak hand, a lefty, of course, really strong, but when it's off net like that, too easy for the defense to line up. Here, same thing happening.
Dude, Modell got on that, and that was very impressive, but Ryan Gross is still here. Modell gets another touch, though, and Finocchi, good set, pull with his left, and Modell, he is able to get that cleanly. Ryan Gross looked like he was hunting for that hinder, but Modell was out of the way. Another point for Finocchi Modell.
Yeah, Gross sizing up. Maybe he was trying to throw a foot out for a set potentially, too. Unsure what was going wrong there, but maybe he just couldn't get his feet to the ball in time for the set.
Gabe swings away with his right, but catches front rim. He'll go again, and he tries the drop, a little 360 spin, because it was very close. Ryan Gross was not moving in time. Had that ball had another inch of distance on it, it was clean. Now the danger lies in the hands of Ryan Gross. It was this time the last game where he was heating up and getting some aces. The first serve won't connect, but will the second? Not quite, just rim.
And a huge 4-1 split to start Game 3 for Modell. Trying to put some pressure on Kandula. And last game, he was able to adjust and make sure he covered that pull shot that Kandula likes so much across his body, away from the defense. If they can keep that strong on defensive rotation, they can get some more breaks the same way, more likely than not.
Well, Robbie has no trouble with that receive, nor does Ryan with the set.
Yeah,
Clean
interestingly, last game when Max was serving on the right side, Max was actually doing a lot of the filling and rotating to the right to cover that pull. There you saw Gabe slide around behind Ravi, so Ravi doesn't know exactly where Finocchi is rotated to, and in that way, it's harder for him to know where he should and shouldn't hit the ball to avoid the defense.
There's the old Ravi Fuego. It'll hit this time, but the knee from Ravi is not enough to pop that ball up, catching the lower part of his knee, if we're getting specific, the ball going the wrong way, so Modell and Finocchi get the ball again.
Yeah, big fan of the upper part of the knee over here in the booth.
Oh, yeah.
Love to see those touches go up, get those rallies going. A nice reverse cut there.
Oh, changes direction.
Wow.
Ryan Gross at the last second goes with a backhand flick that Finocchi and Modell just did not have enough time to read. It was a last-minute adjustment, well placed.
Yeah, a big game of cat and mouse in those micro decisions made on where the defensive player is rotating to, where the hitter looks like they're winding up for, and then all of a sudden the rubber hits the road and someone's got to make a decision to hit the ball. Either, left, right, push, pull, forehand, backhand. Gross, a couple of drops just off the net.
Now it's Modell's turn. He'll use his left, but he'll clip the rim. He'll go again.
Oof.
Also the side of the net. So in a tough spot. His serves have generally been a bit cold all of this final, to be fair. It has generally been Finocchi who heats up and gets those aces, but Still unfortunate to see a double fault from anybody.
Yeah, something I want to dig into a little bit about the implications of who wins this finals. Not only the bragging rights today, but for the Spikeball Tour Series and the layout of how the championship's going to work this season is a little different from last year. So I want to talk a little bit about that and just knowing that for Finocchi Modell, a win for them would give them a lot of points, probably bode very well for assuring a spot in the Spikeball Tour Series championship versus for Gross and Kandula, unless I'm mistaken, they're not playing the Tour Series together. This is just a one-off day of, I guess, showing off their skill and talent. And for them, they're just trying to play spoiler to their buddies, Finocchi Modell, Ravi's training partner, Gabe, of course, and try to push them away from getting as many points for the Tour Series championship.
Oh! Reverse cut from Ryan Gross. You see the expression on Kandula's face. He was like, oh my goodness, that was a serve and a half.
Yeah. Only worth 1 point, unfortunately. We get another look here. This ridiculous angle.
Oh.
Yeah, Finocchi
claps
claps his hands too. Little hat tip there.
Gross again with a wicked serve, but well received from Modell, and he'll put this one away.
Yeah, that was a rocket off the net. A fantastic serve receive. It just pops straight up, and Finocchi's got plenty of time to center the ball. Easy to underappreciate those clean first touches going straight up. But these players just make it look that easy.
Modell hoping to hang on to this 2-point lead. A little bit of a fake and goes for drop. Ryan Gross receives and finds the gap with a backhand flick.
Yeah, Modell caught on his heels there, pretty much committed to the backhand pull. And Gross has just too much net to work with, and he's too good of a player to make that mistake and hit at the defense.
Ravi's turn. Love to see that Fuengo again, but he'll go righty instead. Ball stuck under the net, no good. There's the Fuengo. Gabe receives it well. Modell with not the perfect set, but enough so that Gabe can rotate around. Then he gets the put away. Ryan Gross just can't get there in time.
Yeah, some excellent footwork. And you notice Gabe Finocchi is definitely training with Ravi Kandula because he also loves pulling the ball. I guess they each probably had done that separately, and they just encourage one another to continue upping their pulls, moving really well around the net for those hits.
Something Ravi said to me the other day, pull is almost always open. The defense is almost never there. So just keep on pulling it. And, hey, it generally works.
Yeah, it's got him very far in round net as far as pulling hits goes. Oh. And it's interesting to see Gross with a lot of different approaches, not only to his serves, but also his footwork. He's really leaning into some of those versus other ones where he might be a little more upright.
That's a dirty drop, but Modell gets a hand on it. Finocchi, good set. Ravi's there, pops it up, but Gross has to chase. Kandula has a shot at this.
Ooh.
He'll swing hard, and he cannot get it.
Yeah, going for that overhand, the ball not quite across net, so he can't pull the ball back where he came from. But he gives chase here, and a great first touch. Gross has to run off frame, too, for the set. But a great run down for the two of them. Really encouraging. Of course, you want to get the conversion, but now they're applying that same pressure, and Finocchi and Modell know their hits have to be a little better or else it's going to cost them.
Well, we saw some early heat from Finocchi, and in terms of serving, that's been enough to give them a lead, and all they've done is hold it since then. Tough receive from Gross. Kandula saves it, but another bad set from Modell. That is error number 3 from him, shorting the set. This time, Finocchi cannot recover it.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better. Just, you have to be executing in those plays, in those moments. That's not a hard play to make for players of this caliber.
Kandula now using this opportunity, hoping to get a little bit of a break here, but it is well received and put up and over the head of Ryan Gross.
Yeah, much cleaner set there from Modell. Finocchi, no problem putting away those dimes. And Finocchi now trying to extend the lead he started building at the beginning of Game 3.
Oh, that's a great serve, but again, well received. Here's the pull. It's got a lot of distance, but Max chases it down. Finocchi just putting the ball up. Modell, a chance, gets it on. Kandula with the set. Gross, another pull. Modell gives chase. Finocchi now sets. Modell, another shot at it. Up and over. Kandula, the crowd goes wild. Point of the day without question.
see Max give chase here, but the credit really goes to these touches from Finocchi. The first set of the point where Modell has to tap that on. Just incredible amount of time Finocchi gives his teammate to get back to the net, keep the point alive, tap it on, and then come back to get the next touch on for the put away.
That was some of the most textbook defensive play from Max Modell. I mean, I could see that replay over and over and over again, and I think that replay is already playing over and over and again in the heads of Ravi Kandula and Ryan Gross because they have decided to take a timeout of that. Unless I did see Max Modell do timeout. Either he was signaling that it was their opponents who took the timeout, but it's also possible he wanted to sit down and take a breather after running all over this field.
I could understand. I think Max took twice as many steps in that point as all three other players combined, so super reasonable to gather yourself and just make sure that you don't take your foot off the pedal after winning a point like that. Either way, good choice of the timeout, whether it's to stop momentum or just to get your breath and get a little bit of water in you for Finocchi Modell. Ridiculous rally. Sensational spikes there. So talented. And I'm excited to see what these guys can continue to elevate as we get down to the wire.
Yeah, it looks like our players are making their way back on the field as Modell has hydrated and is hopefully ready to go. It's not necessarily a momentum issue. They were holding steady with a 2-point lead. Now it's a 3-point lead. But they're just hoping to stay strong, stay recovered. It'll be a good lefty serve from Finocchi. Ryan Gross, he sees an open pull again, and he puts it on the mark.
And Gross with not as much pressure yet this game. Some good drops in the mix, but liable to go off at any moment.
Ryan Gross, there it is. He pops off and he hits a beautiful one, acing Finocchi.
Yeah, that's staying so low. And for a player like Gross, he's delivering from really high up. It's really challenging to get that kind of spin on the ball. Oh my gosh. Not sure what the issue was there. But a great serve effort nonetheless. It goes for another drop.
Tries again.
Okay, so not sure exactly what the first serve was, but must have been some sort of fault.
A lead of only 2 points. But that margin gets scarier and scarier as this game progresses. 13-11 right now for Modell and Finocchi. A good first serve. Gross with a solid put away, though, after a nice receive. Sun's peering out of the clouds and illuminating this Game 3 final that is getting intense. Illuminating a nice serve from Ravi, but an equally good receive from Finocchi. He takes the set from Modell with ease and puts it away lefty.
Yeah, really clean offense. The two of them, aside from one or two miscues on sets, have been looking really good and comfortable in their hitting and their setting. So as long as they can avoid those drops, those aces from Kandula and Gross, they are in a really good position to just nurse this lead to 21 and go for that championship.
He goes for the drop. Ravi gets it. Gross recovers it, and a good flick and dive to follow it up from Ravi Kandula.
Yeah.
Nice flashy play to end it.
Yeah, fantastic effort. He's really off balance as he gets up from that drop, and he has to avoid the no-hit zone for the hit. So it just means the job is throwing your body out of the way and just saving the point at all costs.
Ryan steps out left and goes for the hard swing. This is played by Modell, who dives over the no-hit zone successfully, gets the put away.
Yeah, taking a page out of Kandula's book, he's just got to win that point and throw whatever he needs to on the line for it. Keep that 2-point advantage here and perhaps try to extend it too.
Modell with his right hand tries to get Ryan on the run to the left, but does not catch him off guard enough because the ball just hits the rim. Good left swing. Good cut. Ryan receives. Goes for the backhand flick. Received by Modell. Up by Finocchi, but that one's going to hit the rim as Modell dives to get that one on.
Yeah, there was a little bit of miscommunication there. Modell was actually calling to go for the second touch here. As you see, he gets the first touch and thinks he's going to make the set, but Finocchi's already onto it, and that means that Modell's not as ready to get to the net and make that third hit. So those split-second decisions compounding, and all of a sudden, instead of getting that break, now we're looking at maybe an ace here, or no, a rim on the serve. So not as hefty a momentum swing as it might have been were that to be an ace.
Ravi still wants it, though. He goes for the same serve, but this one is denied by the rim. You saw that energy. Ravi is ready to release that energy, wants to win these points. He is so close to bridging this gap, but Finocchi, he's hungry to put this one away too. Body up, but he leans too far back. Diving effort. Modell with a put on, successful. Kandula puts it up. Modell just misses the defensive touch.
What a fantastic second effort here. Finocchi gets the ball high enough that Modell can at least find it, and it's not clean enough for a put away, but they do get to keep playing defense. We saw earlier that point of the day they were able to get another break opportunity later. This one ended by Gross.
So close from Ryan Gross. He keeps going for these drops because Modell is backed up and out of position. He just needs an inch more, and it is going to clear that net and get the point. There's the swing, though. Goes hard for the second one. Modell ready, hits the left. Ravi overran that one. No chance.
Yeah, a great pull from Modell and set cleanly by Finocchi there. Not a lot of things that could have gone wrong there once he gets the set in that position on his dominant left hand.
Well, now the sun directly in a couple of these players' eyes.
Yeah, very much a factor in what kind of serves you want to hit, making sure you get the ball high.
Oh, good body up, and that might be the hinder call. Finocchi swings away at it anyway.
Unfortunate.
Hoping to get it on.
Yeah, it's that split-second decision where you either get to make the hinder call or you get to play through. And for Modell, knowing how few and far between those defensive touches might be from Finocchi, he chooses to take that play through, goes for the set, and at risk means that Finocchi doesn't get the point and they lose it. No replay there.
Finocchi, good pull, but Gross is there. Now he's got a pull of his own, but Modell chases. Little hard. Finocchi's got to recover. He does beautifully. Modell swipes at it. Perfect. Kandula sets. Gross with the pull, and no one is there. Nice lefty shot from Ryan Gross to give them the point.
Yeah, and as you see on the replay here, that second touch, not quite good enough to set Max up for that put-away hit, whereas Ravi here off-net gives Gross a great over-the-middle set. He has a no problem taking that centered set and just putting it away with his left. Too easy for such high-level players here in the gap.
It is now getting very close to that 21 mark. Kandula and Gross 1 point away from tying it up. Ravi wants this. He goes for Fuango. Modell has to dive. Finocchi gets the set, but Modell misses, and that's the break Kandula was looking for.
And a lead change now, going up 18-17 as Modell's unable to get his feet set for that hit off net. All of a sudden, after leading, nursing that lead all the way through the teens, they're now down. Modell and Finocchi just need to keep this tied.
Another great serve from Kandula, but well received and recovered. It's all about those second touches, those sets, as we've talked about, recovering that ball back onto the net. Modell and Finocchi not going to disappoint. Fakes and goes right. Kandula receives, now pulls. Modell not there, but a no-hit zone violation called.
Oh, no.
That's very problematic given the timing. That's a break now for Finocchi and Modell.
Yeah, they get the advantage back, so they're serving up one. Remember, it's a game to 21, but you have to be winning by 2. So
a huge swing and an ace.
As
no touch, Ryan Gross not there.
2018 needs a 2-point lead, and he takes it immediately after getting the 1-point lead back.
That was ridiculous. The pressure, the timing of that, you can see it on Ryan Gross and Ravi Kandula's
past
face.
Him on that replay. Disgusting.
That is going to hit hard. Finocchi wants it again. You can see that eagerness.
Looking at match point and also knowing in the back of his head it's Ryan Gross's ball if he doesn't get this serve in.
That one hits rim.
All right.
So it is very much within Ryan Gross's opportunity here in his hands to tie this.
Tournament
the pressure,
on the line.
Though, mounting. Steps out right, swings hard, catches rim, second serve. Match point, cannot afford a fault. Swings hard, it's good. Modell plays it, goes for the pull. Ravi gets a touch. Gross sets, puts it away, and we're tied.
Whoa. What a great touch here from Kandula. Wasn't sure if I saw a no-hit zone infraction called on Max Modell in the background there, but it's all the same. One way or another, it's a break for Gross and Kandula. Not only are we getting extra points, we're getting extra points in Game 3 of the Premier Finals matchup.
Again, it is win by 2. Got to stretch to that lead. Finocchi will not choose to play that one as it clipped the rim.
Gross gathers.
Drops. Finocchi receives. Modell calls it and so receives it perfectly. We saw a little bit of a soft touch there from Ravi, calling it clean, but a discussion from the observers about what happened. We have both the one motion and soft touch rule in effect, so it can hit multiple parts of your body as long as it is one fluid motion, and after that, obviously we didn't have the right angle from where we're positioned currently, but Kandula then hit the soft touch, Gross put it on, and gets the point.
Yeah, so looks like there's a lot of context happening into Kandula's hand and body here, and we don't have a great view. But Finocchi and Modell did not think that that was a clean touch or a clean first motion. Observers call clean there, so that means it is, by calling clean, it means it was legal. And if you call an infraction and it's not illegal and it's not an illegal touch, it's a loss of point for making an incorrect infraction call. So the point will go to Gross.
But just like that, it's match point the other way. Ryan Gross trying to finish out in Game 3 with a drop. He now has a chance where it was a moment ago trying to save their own skin. Now it's to win. That one clips the rim, though. He'll have to wait for longer.
Modell gets the ball back in his hands. Needs to get advantage back first. Tied at 21s.
Rips away with his left. That is a good receive, though, from Gross. He hits it hard and up and over. Gabe Finocchi. Once again, it is match point for Gross and Kandula. The crowd on their feet right now, at least a chunk of them. The rest under blankets because it's cold. But the excitement, it's palpable in this room. At least on this field, not in this room. Kandula tried the Fuego first, but it goes too high. He'll step out and go for it again, but that catches side pocket, no good.
The ball back into Finocchi's hands. He opened the game with a couple of breaks, and with just 2 breaks could do the very same to close it.
Steps right, swings left, has a lot of spin, but misses the net.
Yeah, clean pass Kandula, but has to hit the net before it gets past him.
Goes again. This one called high.
And we rotate again.
Once again, match point in Ryan Gross's hands. He swings hard. Modell receives. Finocchi on 2, puts it away, and it works.
Yeah, and so important to make sure you keep your feet out of the no-hit zone, because if you're setting, you can be in there, but as soon as you make that decision hit on 2, you have to get your feet right back out. Super crafty by Finocchi.
Modell, they really want this point back. It sucks to stare against Ravi Kandula or Ryan Gross on match point. You'd really like to have that cushion. But unfortunately, at least this time, they will not. Ball back in the hands of Kandula.
Yeah, that cushion and match point yourself, too. That would be sweet to have a championship point that you're serving for instead of against.
Swings hard. Ravi Kandula hoping to make something happen, but cannot. Goes for the Fuego. Modell receives. Backhand from Finocchi. Ravi decides not to dive. That ball out of reach. That was a nail biter, though.
Yeah, a really interesting positioning for how Finocchi approaches it. It looks like he's setting up his feet for a big pull shot, and then it actually becomes, instead of a forehand pull, a backhand pull or push into Kandula.
Good serve from Finocchi, but well received again. Kandula hits it hard. Modell was there. He knew what was coming. He gave chase, but no good.
Yeah, Ravi likes to say that if he can hit it really far and you can get all the way back to that, good for you. But he's going to continue to challenge you with that really hard to return long, high pull shot. Even if Modell knows it's coming, he can't get it.
Again, match point in Gross's hands. He swings hard, hits it right. Modell, tough receive. Finocchi recovers. Modell swings hard, but good defense. Kandula, a chance, but botches it. Modell has a shot now. Finocchi, bad set. Modell dives, recovers. Kandula, another chance to put this game away, and he does. That is it.
Match.
In Game 3 in extras, Kandula and Gross make a comeback in Game 3, and they put it away, taking here in Richmond, and they are your champions here of this Richmond Spikeball Tour Series. Second challenger event of the year is Kandula and Gross on top.
What a battle between these two teams. Back and forth. They split the first 2 games. They push into extras, and it takes 50 whole points to decide a champion in Game 3. I'm so floored by the performance by all the players here, but a huge credit to Ravi Kandula, his first time winning an event at a Spikeball Tour Series finals, so big ups to him. Ryan Gross gets one of his next few pitchers as well. And for Finocchi Modell, a great effort too, but today not their day.
I gotta say, God, it looked good from Ravi Kandula. I mean, to be first-time winner, especially of these challenger events. This is our only second challenger event ever. This new format for the Spikeball Tour Series this year, and to do so, it is quite a statement to make. Coming out in the second event and making an impressive win happen, even though it was a nail biter and they had to make that comeback here. In extras, it was Ryan Gross serving when they had to make that comeback with match point on the line, and they quickly turn it around and make something happen. I know we're looking to talk to some of these players and get some of their thoughts and maybe conduct an interview or two, which we're going to be doing in just a moment. But, I mean, while we get that set up, I mean, right now, just looking at this field, these players just kind of basking in what has been a fantastic day of spike ball here in Richmond. We have seen an incredible day of pool play. The bracket was intense and premier. I mean, going the distance in Game 3, there's no better way to end.
Yeah, just some of the best level round net we've seen in any produced match ever. So I'm floored to see it here. It's been a really long road, and we really appreciate you guys tuning in with us today to take part and celebrate in just enjoying the show.
Yeah, I'm going to give up my seat, actually. I'm going to give the mic over to Ravi Kandula, the man himself, coming off his victory. Ravi, here you go.
Check one, two. But you gotta. They're gonna put your handle up, but wow, Ravi, congratulations!
Thank you, Ben.
So sorry I couldn't storm the field. I had to keep my butt in the seat, but just want to ask it. How are you feeling right now? It's your first big Spikeball Tour Series win.
Dude, I mean, it's a long time coming. I feel like I've been playing for so long. Feels so good. I told Ryan yesterday, I was like, dude, we're gonna win. We're gonna do it. And honestly, so much credit to Ryan for keeping his head in the game. He really got us back there. Honestly, great game from Max and Gabe, but it feels amazing. Yeah,
and talk to me about the route to get here, because you guys went 3 games, and if I'm not mistaken, the last 4 matches you played today.
Yeah, pretty much since the round of 16, we went to 3. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Ryan really stayed in it with me. The mental game is huge. I pride myself on that. And, just got to stick with it. Trust in your abilities.
Yeah, a lot of extra points to go with all those games. How's your body feeling right now?
Feel great. Feel great. Yeah. Honestly, there's nothing that can stop me right now. Yeah, I know you and Gabe practice quite a bit back home in New Jersey. What is it like having a player of that caliber to push you to grow as a player? Oh, I mean, honestly, it's insane. Like, obviously in the finals, like, I've seen Gabe and Max a ton. They've seen me a ton. But even, like, receiving Joe and Garrett, it was so helpful to have Gabe hitting reverses at me all the time and hitting wide cuts on me. So, huge shout out to Gabe for helping me get here.
Yeah, absolutely. Wanted to take the chance because I know it's early in the year, and you've talked a little bit about your plans for the Spikeball Tour Series. Just curious, just what kind of goals you've set for yourself and what you're looking for in the future of the season.
Honestly, it's got to be to win nationals.
Okay.
Can't sell yourself short.
Sweet. And not to put you on the spot, but do you have an idea of who you might be playing that with?
Dude, I mean, no.
No. I hear it's hard to win by yourself. That's why I asked.
It is really hard to win by yourself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll figure that out as the season goes. I told myself I was going to wait till end of May to figure out who I was going to play with.
Okay.
So I think I might still stick with that, see how it goes.
Sounds like a fair plan. Well, a fantastic showing for you today. Anything else you want to shout out or thank?
I mean, thank you guys for setting up the stream. It's awesome. Awesome to be here.
Cool. And where can we see you next for the Tour Series?
I will be at where will I be? I think Atlanta's my next one right now.
In early June?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Ravi Kandula, sensational show to watch you today. I'm so happy for you, dude.
Thank you, man.
And yeah, look forward to seeing some more action from you in the future.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to bring in next up just to talk to Max Modell, break down where he's going this season, a little bit more about this matchup. Let's get him set up in the booth.
Hey, Ben.
Max, great playing today. Wow. Just tell me how you're feeling right now.
I'm pretty gassed. I mean,
Yeah?
we had a lot of rundowns, especially in the last 2 games. I mean, Gabe and I are very satisfied with our play. We couldn't pull it out. But, yeah, I mean, just congratulations to Ravi and Ryan. Ravi works his butt off, so.
Yeah, I know he played 3 games in the round of 16 all the way through the finals, and he said he feels good. I think it's probably the work he's just putting in to have that stamina.
Yeah. The last couple of weeks also, Ravi and Gabe have been practicing. I've been coming down a bit.
Yeah.
We got a good crew going, so, yeah.
I'm curious. You talked about being gassed. In mid-game 3, that timeout, was that a timeout taken by you just to catch your breath and get water, or is it a momentum break for the other team?
No, that was a momentum break for them, because that was probably the biggest swing of momentum we had in game 3.
Yeah,
that was a
massive.
timeout by them, but I'm very grateful for it. I needed to grab some water.
Because we saw you put your hands up making the tee as well. We didn't know if you were telling other people the timeout or if you had initiated the timeout call. So that's good to clarify. But we would have respected the call either way. We thought it was a good momentum break for them, or it was a good idea because I was saying you had done all the running that point, and then everyone else just stood around anyway. So
yeah, I mean,
fair.
Usually you'll save your timeout for when you get broken a couple times in a row.
Absolutely.
But that was just a single break, and it was just such a momentum swing that it was a really good call by them.
That was the point of the day. We're pretty sure. Yeah, the ridiculous play. And I'm curious. I know the first touchback, just to break that point down a little more. You're running back to net. You're just tapping it on. And just praying and hoping you can get the next defense touch. What's the calculation for you? Because I know you're a numbers guy, trying to think about, do I go for this put away right here and try to make a hard hit, or do I just tap it on and try to stay alive?
It's so hard to hit a ball that's coming in from so high up when you're running full speed to the net to make it back in time. So it's not a super high percentage shot in the first place.
Okay.
And I feel confident in my defense against Ravi and Ryan, and I know they're going to put it high, and I'm confident that I'm going to at least be able to run it down and get a touch on the next one. So that's the calculation.
Yeah, very well put. And if you're just tuning in, got to scroll back and watch the middle of Game 3. Some crazy rallies that these guys were putting on. Curious for just later in the season, what are you and Gabe looking at? I know you guys are trying to run this tour series together and take the championship later in the year. What else is on the agenda? What's the next tournament we're going to see you at?
We're looking to go to Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't make it to San Francisco, but we know we've got a fully booked back half of the summer. We're going to go to a lot of tournaments.
Awesome. That's super exciting. Obviously today really helps your guys' case for just having enough points to qualify for not only the Tour Series Championship, but also just racking up some points to be one of the top elite teams in the country. So big congratulations to you. Anything else you want to plug or shout out with the platform?
Say shout out Cole Modell, hype man, other half the Hilltop Spikes.
Yeah, Cole Modell goes to school in Richmond, local here today, cheering on his buddy and working through his ACL rehab. So definitely wish him well. But Max, really appreciate you making the time, and big congrats. Great playing today. Some huge wins.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to bring Jonah back in to send you guys off. So
good to talk to winners and the runner-up.
It's really cool to hang out with people who are nasty around it. I think it rubs off on me just a little bit every time I get to talk to them. So definitely appreciate those guys, and love being to play with them and getting humbled by them to learn from them when they give me the time.
Well, today has been an incredible experience. I mean, just looking at all these people, all these smiling faces, everyone saying their goodbyes, everyone heading out. It has been quite a day here at the River City Sportsplex just outside of Richmond, Virginia. We have had 180 teams, more than 180 teams who have participated in our event today, which has been incredible. The second Challenger event here at the 2022 Spikeball Tour Series. Before we close out, got to thank, of course, our sponsors. We've got Protein 2.0, as we've talked about, protein-infused water, one of our official sideline drink of Spikeball and Spikeball Tour Series. Of course, the official hard seltzer and hard soda of the Spikeball Tour Series and Spikeball, that is Stewart's Spiked Seltzer. We, of course, have to thank our sponsors we haven't had a chance to talk about yet today, Lefty on 2, so check those out on their website, as well as roundnetstats.com. Next event that we're going to have a stream hopefully will be at the next Challenger event, which is in Dallas on April 23rd. So keep up to date on all the Spikeball Tour Series socials for information about that. Make sure to enter if you're not as good as some of the players we've seen here today. Don't worry, there are divisions for you. You have a chance to tune in as well.
You bet. Yeah, and if you're thinking, oh, wow, 2 weeks is so far away, I really need to see more around that immediately, I have good news for you. We're going to be streaming the mixed or co-ed division tomorrow here in Richmond, right back here. So stay tuned to the Spikeball Tour Series socials. Ring the notification bell on YouTube if you're subscribed so you know when they're going live with the coverage tomorrow.
Yeah, and thank you again for all of you guys who tuned in, participated in our broadcast in chat today. It's been a pleasure to have you with us. It's been a pleasure being on the Spikeball broadcast for the first time. It's been good to be here with you, Ben. So I want to thank you all for the warm welcome and for enjoying the RoundNet content today. As I said earlier, Jonah Zwillinger, Ben Dantowitz here, signing off from Richmond at the 2022 Challenger event, a second of the year. We'll see you tomorrow for co-ed. So long.
Take care.